Hello, children. Welcome back to the English class. Dear children, I hope you remember we had started with the poem A Photograph by Shirley Tolson. In the previous class, we had discussed about the poet and her life, her writing. I think you remember that the theme of the poem is loss and separation, and this loss and separation is inevitable. That is, we cannot escape this loss and separation, especially the loss and separation of the loved one. Here, and as I told you, here in this poem, she pays a tribute to her mother. Okay, Shirley Tolson pays a tribute to her mother. And she also tells us how important a photograph is once the person is lost. How these photographs transfer us from this world to the world in which they lived, or the people you have lost once lived. Okay, so, and it brings back all the memories that you have in store about that person to your mind. This is what Shirley Tolson tries to speak through this particular poem. Children, I repeat, the theme is loss and separation, which is an inevitable reality of life. Shall we start with the poem? Yes. The cardboard shows me how it was when the two girl cousins went paddling, each one holding one of my mother's hands. So, here the photograph is her mother's photograph, and she is seen standing in the middle holding the hands of the two cousins. Okay, cardboard here resembles the photograph. Okay, children, the cardboard shows me how it was. The photograph that she got tells her how things were. Okay, when her mother and her cousins, her mother's cousins, they went paddling. Paddling is walking through shallow water with naked legs, bare feet you call it. Okay, so both the cousins were holding on to the hands of her mother. As she, the big girl, about some 12 years or so. So, who is the biggest girl? The big girl is her mother. Shirley's mother is the biggest among them, and she might be around 12 years or so. This is what Shirley Tolson says. So, the photograph shows it's a picture of a mother and her mother's two cousins, and they were seen paddling. They had gone to the beach, and they had been there to paddle through the shallow sea water, and both the cousins were holding on to the hands of Shirley Tolson's mother. Okay. All three stood still to smile through their hair at the uncle with the camera. So all the three, their hair was open, and as the wind was blowing, the hair was blown onto their face, parlor, everywhere. So these three of them, they stood smiling through their hair. Means the hair was falling on the face and they were smiling through the hair. Okay, and they were smiling at their uncle, who was standing there and taking their photograph with a camera. A sweet face, my mother's. That was before I was born. That is, her mother's face was very sweet, very young, very cute to look at. But this was long, long before she was born. Okay, that is when her mother was very, very young, maybe 12 years, that's what she's saying. And the sea, which appears to have changed less, washed their terribly transient feet. Now, the sea. Now, see here, terribly transient feet. Terribly means extremely. Transient feet here means temporary or short lived. Okay, so here the poetess, she makes a comparison between the life that we have, the human life, and the life of nature, nature's life. Okay, nature rarely changes its shape, its ways. It doesn't change, in fact. Okay, it doesn't change, in fact. So here, and even though changes come in, it's very rare. Okay, but human beings, two concepts. Human beings, they keep on changing. As the age grows up, your feet changes, your body changes, physical changes come in, your facial expression changes, your face changes, everything. You start growing gray as you become aged. Okay, so, but, and then the next thing is, human beings are short lived on this earth. Your lifespan is decided. Nature doesn't have such a short lived lifespan. It is eternal. It's there throughout. Okay, till the end of the world, it will be there, nature. But human beings, they are not like that. They are temporary on this earth. They'll come, they'll go. Okay, and here, this is the inner meaning. If you take up the surface meaning, okay, so the sea that has changed very less, that sea washes the legs of these children, the three of them, terribly transient feet, that is the feet, small feet of these children that are going to change terribly. Okay, extremely temporary small feet, because as you grow, your feet would grow. So that state is temporary, extremely temporary. They are short lived, that span of life. Okay, so changes would come into their legs. That is what she is trying to say. So, in this poem, here the poetess is trying to compare the human life. She says, death is inevitable for human beings. We are not going to survive till eternity. No, we are destined. If we are born, we are destined to die. This is what the poetess is saying. Whereas sea, it remains constant. It doesn't die. It dries, but it never dies. Again, with the next rain, it fills up. It doesn't disappear. Sea cannot. Okay, so here that is what that concept, that human beings are temporary or short lived on this earth. That concept she is trying to come up. So she has put into your mind that her mother is no more. Even her mother had to leave. She was the most beloved or the most cherished thing that the poetess had, and she had to forego even that in her life. This is what the poetess is trying to say in this particular poem. Okay, children, today we'll stop with this. We'll continue next day. Thank you. Have a great day.